What we're looking at here is, are the equations parallel lines, perpendicular, or neither? And that's what we're wondering. So the strategy we said for this is to put both equations in slope-intercept form. Now as we look at this one is already in slope-intercept form. So we just need to modify this one. So I'm going to bring my 3y, well, my 3y stays there. I'm going to bring the 2x over to the other side as a negative 2x, and then plus 6. So I divide everything by 3. I get y equals a negative 2/3 x plus 2. And now, according to Formula 7 that we had mentioned earlier, we compare the slopes. Well, there's the slope of the first one, and we see the slopes are the same. Then we compare the y-intercepts, and they're different. So in this scenario, we have the lines are parallel. The slopes are the same. The y-intercepts are different. And we'll be giving you some to do something similar to them. They may both be in standard form, or one might be in slope-intercept. You have to put them both in slope-intercept form and then compare the slopes. So as we look at these next two equations, the technique would be to solve for y. So let's just do it here. 2y equals a negative 3x, transposing that, plus 6. And now we're going to divide everything by 2. We get y equals a negative 3/2 x plus 3. Now, if I want to keep my y's positive, I might move the y to this side and get a 3y here. Bring the 12 over, give a negative 12. And now I can work this way. Divide everything by 3, so I get y equals 2/3 x minus 4. So what am I to do? Well, I am to compare my slopes. Well, on the first equation, my slope, I'll write it over here, is a negative 3/2, and my other slope is a positive 2/3. Now, we know the slopes are not the same, but if we were to multiply the slopes together, negative 3/2 times 2/3, here the 2's cancel out, the 3's cancel out, I'm left with just a negative 1. When we have our equations and we find the slope of each one and we compare the slope, and in this case they're not the same, so we know they're not parallel, and if we multiply them together and the product of this multiplication of the slopes is a negative 1, here the lines are perpendicular. And then the other example would be you solve them, the slopes are not the same, and their product is not a negative 1, then that would be a neither. Okay, so you'll have some practice on this, and again, giving you a chance to teach it to somebody else.